Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Mormon Atheist. Uh, Today I kind of got a little treat for you today. We're at uh, we're at Far West, Missouri. Okay, so what are we doing in Far West, Missouri, you might ask? Well, we are traveling to Florida. So we're going to Florida and Far West on the way to Florida. Far West is like 30 minutes out of the way. So I figured, hey, what the heck? I'm gonna go stop at Far West and go check out Far West. All right, so let's get into the reason why we're here. This is kind of an impromptu video here. I was not intending on doing a video for a minute. So forgive the appearance. I am traveling, so and I have no time frame, so I'm just taking my time, baby. Okay, so let's get into why we're here. So I cannot reverse the camera, so I'm gonna kind of be a little weird with the camera, and the wind is blowing. We're live, and we are outside, so the wind is blowing. So if you get microphone feedback or whatever, that's why. But so we're here at Far West. We're at the temple, guys. Apostate congregation. We are at the Far West temple. So I want to show you guys this. Here, let's go back here. Okay. I'm sorry if the camera's all. I apologize for that. So this is the front of the temple. Obviously, as you can see, there is no temple here. Okay, I'm going to do a little 360 pan. The sun is shining through here, so when you see the corners over here, you'll see these glass casings. Those glass casings are the cornerstones, and we're going to kind of get into those in a second. But so it kind of gives you a little bit of a feel as to how everything looks, what's going on around here. That building right there is the Community of Christ. I don't know if you guys can see that in there. Where'd it go? I don't know. If you can see it in there somewhere, that white building that you see wherever it's at, that's from the Community of Christ. There's a really bad sun glare on my screen right now, so I can't see even the screen. But then there's some more cornerstones, and we're back to the front. So one thing that I do got to say about this place is, if you guys see the grass, right? Notice the grass. That grass right there is about 5 feet tall. If you can believe that or not, right? You go and walk in it. So let's check out these cornerstones and let's go see what's up with these things. I was looking at them earlier, and I wanted to point a couple of things out about these things. Okay, so these are the cornerstones of the temple, right? So now listen to this, apostate congregation. Okay, these are the little placards that are in front here. I really apologize about the camera, you guys. I don't even know if you can see those placards. Anyways, is what they say is, it says this cornerstone was laid in representation of the first presidency, and then the next one says prophecy fulfilled. On July 8th, 1838, a revelation was given to Joseph Smith concerning a future vision of the 12 apostles beyond the seas. The date of their departure was April 26, 1839 was set, and they were to leave from this spot. This prophecy was fulfilled despite the efforts of the enemies of the church to prevent the meeting that was held on this sight agreeable to the prophecy. Everything is the enemies of the church. Have you ever noticed that? The enemies of the church. Everybody's an enemy. Everybody's an enemy. All right, so let's check out this cornerstone. Okay, so this cornerstone, you can look at it here. Look, I want you to notice how rough that thing is, right? Look at how rough that is, how uneven, and how just, you know, I mean, this is a cornerstone, guys, okay? So that's a cornerstone. That's just one. That's going to be, so if you're standing at the front gates and you're looking at that at the flagpole there, that cornerstone is going to be on your right hand side on the front of the temple. Okay, so let's walk over to the other cornerstone here. Sorry guys if this is all weird. I know I'm doing this with my phone, so what the hell, huh? Besides that, we're at the temple. So, and there's nobody here. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. Granted, it is 9 o'clock in the morning, so I don't know if anybody has time to get here yet. But so this cornerstone, this is going to be, if you walk in the front gates of the temple, or if you walk in the front gates, which you can kind of see them behind me here. If you walk in the front gates, this one is going to be just to the right. The first one that comes to the right. Okay. Now take a look at this guy. Okay. See how small it is on this side over here? And then if you pan over, right, and take a look at it. If you pan over, and then you can see how thick it is on this side. Uneven that whole thing is. All right, these are the cornerstones, folks. Apostate congregation. All right, so now here we're going to walk up. I really wish I could turn my camera around, but I can't. So this is the front gates to here. You can see there, right? You don't need me in the picture for all this. This is about the temple, not me. StreamYard. We need to have a feature where we can reverse the camera. All right, so walk in the front gates. This one here is to the left. And just notice how uneven. This one here in the middle of the stone, there's a big fat hump. And then it fans out into like nothing. Okay. This cornerstone was laid in representation by council. Quorum of the 12, it says. Okay, now we're going to go back to the front here to give you kind of a pan here. I don't know if I'm even doing this right, but whatever. So this is Far West Missouri, guys. The Mormon temple. This is King Solomon's temple, baby. Yeah, and then there's a little placard here. It says early growth and one-time size of Far West. All right, I got to take off the glasses here because I can't see it. Caldwell County in 1836 was a wilderness. By the spring of 1838, this is what I'm reading, is this placard right here. By the spring of 1838, the population was more than 5,000, of which more than 4,900 were Latter-day Saints, with the greater concentration. Okay, apostates, I want you to pay attention to this, because when I first read this, I thought to myself, well, let's finish reading and then I'll tell you what I thought to myself. Okay, Far West, by which time had one. Okay, the greater concentration at Far West, which by this time had 150 houses, 4 dry goods stores, 3 family groceries, half a dozen blacksmiths shops, a printing establishment, and 2 hotels, a large and comfortable schoolhouse. I like how they use like adjectives and verbs and things like that to really emphasize, you know. All right. So, anyways, had been built in 1836 and served also as a church and a courthouse. History of Caldwell County, Williams PP, page 120, 121, far west, was the county seat of Caldwell County. Okay, so when I read this, you have to remember 4,900, there's 5,000 residents, folks. 4,900 of those were LDS. Okay, so 100 of those were the enemies, and 100 people is who started the Mormon War. 100 people. I mean, I don't know, whatever. So down the road, just a little ways from here, there's a country store, and that country store is kind of the sort of the museum also, right? And there's a little house there, a little cottage. Later on today or something like that, I'm going to do some other videos here because I want to get information. There's nobody here to talk to. I can't find anybody. I've been to 2 places already, and they're completely empty. All the doors are unlocked. You can just walk in, but there's nobody there. There's no cars. There's actually at the country store. There's a car there, but there's nobody there though, and so there's nobody I can. Maybe I'll wait till later. But I am on a trip, so I do have to go somewhere. So I don't know how long I'll be chilling in far west Missouri at the Mormon Temple. So I'm gonna read to you what these giant slates here say. One of them says, so the first one, if you're standing right in front of it, the first one to the left right here says, the name of the church. I'll get it in the background right here. So these guys here, this is what I'm, this one here is this one right here. Okay. Over there. Okay, there's 3 of these guys. All right, so I'm going to read this first one. The name of the church from the Revelation to Joseph Smith. For thus shall my church be called in the last days, even the church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Verily I say unto you, all arise and shine forth, that thy light may be a standard for the nations. Doctrine and Covenants 1:15, 4 and 5. Shine that light. Okay, the law of tithing. Whoa. Hey, listen, folks. It's etched in stone. Pay your tithing. The church needs money. They put it on everything. Pay your tithing. Tithing's important. It actually says the law of tithing. From a revelation to Joseph Smith. And this shall be the beginning of the tithing of my people. Oh, shit. The beginning of tithing right there. And after that, those who have thus been tithed shall pay 1/10 of all their interest annually. And this shall be a standing law unto them forever for my holy priesthood, saith the Lord. Doctrine and Covenants 1:19. There it is, guys. Etched in stone. Pay your tithing. You're not one of us unless you pay. Oh, far west, consecrated and holy land, from a revelation to Joseph Smith. Okay, this is going to be the middle one. That's that big one right there. The middle one right there. All right, so it says, from a revelation to Joseph Smith, let the city far west be a holy, let the city far west be a holy and consecrated land unto me, and it shall be called most holy, for the ground upon which thou standeth is holy. It was holy. You know what I say, though? right in the center there. I sat in the center of that earlier, and I looked at my clock, and I said, I wonder what time it is. And this may have been yesterday, but I did notice that it was 4:20, and there's not a soul around here. There is nobody around here. Oh, somebody came up. We got some visitors. Okay, I might have to cut this short, guys. Okay, therefore I command you to build a house unto me for the gathering of my saints, that they worship me. Okay, this is going to be the next one right here. The next one. The first great missionary call across the waters given to the members of the 12 apostles on this day, from a revelation to and prophecy by Joseph Smith. And next spring, let them depart to go over the great waters and there promulgate my gospel, the fullness therefore, and bear record of my name. Joseph Smith was really egotistical, wasn't he? Let them take leave of my saints in the city of Far West on the 26th day of April. Next, on the building spot of my house, saith the Lord. Doctrine and Covenants 118. Folks, I want to emphasize King Solomon here. Okay? Apostate congregation, I know that you all have read the treatise of Solomon. So you know what this thing actually means and what it represents. Okay? So we got some faithfuls over here. So I'm going to maybe cut this a little short because there's some people here. And the apostate congregation and the Mormon Atheists, this, time and a place, right? Nobody likes an asshole. You feel me? So, anyways, what I was saying earlier was there's a spot, there's a general store, and behind the general store is this pond. Okay, well, all over here. So let me finish telling you this. There's a pond over there, and when I'm standing there, I can just imagine, them doing baptisms and stuff in that pond, and all the kids running around. Because look at the landscape. Everywhere around here is like that. That rolling hills, real thick, tall grass. I imagine Laura Ingalls out there, right? Little House on the Prairie. Running around. Paw. There's a deer. My voice is messed up. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so I don't understand the whole swamp. Like, this is supposed to be a swamp. The whole area is rolling hills. So where there's a whole lot of these little ponds around. There's a lot of little ponds around. They're all over the place, and some of them are cesspool-y, but I don't know if I call this like the area, like how the leaders and the church describe it. It's like this was just a shit swamp wasteland. Well, this place is beautiful. I got to tell you, this is a really nice place, and the climate is good. The weather is fantastic. I'm in shorts and flip-flops right now, and it's probably maybe 70 degrees right now. There's a pretty constant breeze. I don't know if I'd call it a breeze, but it's not like wind gusts, you know what I'm saying? But it's just steady. It like never stops. And I've been here for a day and a half now, and it's never stopped. So, but yeah, it's a little lackluster. I got to admit, I was kind of expecting more. But yeah, it's just kind of is what it is, And so this is the Far West temple site. I'm going to do possibly maybe some other podcasts while I'm here. Some of those are kind of still in talks. It's kind of a hurry up, let's do it right now because I got to go kind of thing. So hurry up, let's do it right now, I got to go kind of thing. Yes, you. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. People are starting to show up now, so I should probably get off of here and let them do their thing. They don't need me talking trash. So guys, I just thought it'd be really interesting to kind of bring you something from far west Missouri while I'm here on my trip to Florida. I'm going down to Key West, so most likely, yeah, you're going to start getting these podcasts are going to be coming from Key West here before too long. One thing I was thinking about while I'm driving, I'm driving, so I got a lot of time to think, right? And I'm not in a hurry, so I'm just taking my time, stopping. I got no deadline, so like, things are happening, things are good. So I wouldn't mind going to some of these other sites, like some more of these sites, because Independence. So Independence is not very far from here, and I'm going to be doing another episode from Independence. I don't know, later on today or tomorrow. I don't know if that one will be live or if it will be a recording or something, but I don't really like how I can't change the camera view because I don't need to be in these photos, right? The thing is not about me. It's about the sites here. You don't need me in the video. Okay. All right. Apostate Congregation, that about does it for here. And so we're going to sign off, and I'm going to try to find some people to talk to, because there's no information people. These people that are here, they're just folks walking around. They're most likely traveling as well somewhere, but I am not about to go ask them to be on camera. So I'm sorry, Apostate Congregation. I'm not even going to ask them. Maybe later on today or something, but yeah. Imagine what I think. Okay, Apostate Congregation, like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's real important that you do that. If you want to throw out donations, throw out donations. This ain't cheap, but it is fun though. It's a lot of fun. I'm losing my voice though at the same time for some reason. I don't know if it's the travel and the climate change or something from Salt Lake to here, but yeah. So all right, congregation, most likely I will come to you again from Independence, Missouri, and hopefully I got some information for you, because I don't really have any information to give you. I don't have any information. I got no sources. I got nothing. My thing. Read the Book of Mormon if you haven't, so you know what you're arguing against. Okay, it's important that you know that, and don't be afraid to read this stuff. You don't have to believe in it to read it, because I don't believe in it and I read it. I can't get enough of it. It's fascinating material. It's interesting. It's interesting to me that people will dedicate their lives to this. There's so much information out there on how much of a just pure hoax this whole thing is, and people still continuously just don't believe. They believe in it. They wholeheartedly believe in it. Egotistical, maniacal, rapist, child molester, and he's the founder and prophet of your church. When you tell your children to say your prayers in this guy's name, tell little Sally Tell little Sally tonight when she goes to bed. Hey, little Sally, say your prayers. Don't forget to include the child molester, Joseph Smith, in your prayers too. Isn't that disgusting? That's disgusting. Yeah. So, all right, guys. That's enough of my thoughts. Peace out. The wind's getting a little heavy. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not, or whatever. But yeah. So watch my next in a day or so. Well, it'll maybe even in a couple of hours. I don't know. But I'm gonna be doing I'm going to Independence next. So I'm gonna probably spend a day or two here and just hang out and just get as much information as I can. All right, guys, like and subscribe. See ya.